All this love is waiting for you, my baby, my darling. And all this love is waiting for you. Ooh. Shout out to Elder Barge and the Barge family. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. And shout out to the voice, pop, soul, rock princess, Whitney. We love you, good. All right, let me get to it. It's your man Rico the Opinion. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You know, some TikTok going on around here. And I was just home in Memphis for my mom's birthday weekend, and you know, my little hometown. Bless his heart. It's got a lot going on. But that's a whole nother video, because there's some things about that. I may save that little piece that just came to mind. Memphis and its current, hostage situation. Because literally Memphis is being held hostage by crime in the city and behavior. So I want to talk about that at another time. But I want to talk about what I saw on social media. Shout out to Luth El Amin, who put it on Memphis Raise Your Expectations, a group that was created by Pearl Eva Walker, who's running for City Council seat 3 out of Whitehaven. Respect the Haven. I love Whitehaven. Shout out, Pearl. I was home all weekend. I didn't get out much. I just stuck close to mom. That's why I came home, to just stick close to mom and my sister and my brother and stuff, and just visit them, right? And do her birthday weekend. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Somebody trying to call me when they know I'm straightening up my business. So look, came out. I saw it on the Facebook page. Shout out to Brother Tulud El Amin. He put it out on Memphis Raise Your Expectations group page. It talks about a lot of Memphis politics and everything that's Memphis. Well, according to his Facebook page, and his personal page, Dr. Umar Johnson, he was in town. You don't know, but Dr. Umar Johnson has been in Memphis all weekend to push his 1 Million Fathers movement march, right? And shout out to Dr. Umar. And so he's still there even as we speak. This is April 3rd. I think the actual march is tomorrow, which is Tuesday, to April 4th. Dr. King's actual murder date. So he's going to be there. But what was interesting is that Dr. Umar Johnson is participating in a few events. But the HBCU there in Memphis called Lemoyne College, I guess, according to reports, that I think they were trying to rent like the auditorium or something for Dr. Umar to come and speak. And he was denied. And the reason given was he's considered, quote unquote, too controversial or controversial. And when you go on, I want all y'all to go look up the board of Lemoyne College. And I think 2 summers ago, maybe 3 summers ago, they received a $40 million package from this white institute. And I think they have some Caucasians on the board there. Y'all know where I'm going with this, right? Look, we don't have to agree with a lot of things Dr. Umar Johnson says, but we got to be out of our damn minds to think that brother's not telling the truth. Hey, Nene. And so, Shayna, what's up? Philippa Craft, what's up? And so Dr. Umar was there, sent there to do his thing, and we have to be out of our minds to pick up on information. He's been dropping jewels for years, and a lot of us act as if we don't even read. And there's some things I'm sure that each one of us can say, well, I don't agree with that, Dr. Umar. But here's the main picture. Here's the main issue here. Because I've spoken about this on my Facebook page and YouTube channel. My question becomes, where's the black consciousness at HBCUs? Where's, he said, what's that? Joe Cabot, unadulterated truth, what's up? And so, where's the black consciousness on black college campuses? What would be considered controversial to the students on that campus or anyone who were going to attend that event that they wanted to host on their campus? And why not have a Dr. Umar Johnson at the only HBCU in the city of Memphis? And by the way, come on somebody, did y'all know that, but let me know when I start lying. Now, Lamar College only has about 3 buildings. It's small. It's almost like a Tougaloo College in Mississippi. It doesn't have that many buildings, but they built some dorms. They've come along pretty well over the years, right? But that for Memphis to have 460,000 blacks, that school never has a waiting list for students. Y'all know when I did my video on how, how we participate in racism, white supremacy, how black people participate in racism. Lamar on, the capacity is probably 1,500, maybe 2,000 max. And Memphis has about at least 400,000 black people there, and it never has a waiting list. Matter of fact, I don't even think they have a full 1,000 students there. So make that make sense. But University of Memphis, they send all the niggas, and Christian brothers, all of them got plenty of blacks. Hell, even a little liberal arts college that costs about $60,000 damn near a year to go to, Rhodes College there, has a healthy. They might have 150 blacks to go there, so I'm not even gonna throw them in the mix. But University of Memphis got quite a few blacks. But Lamar Orange should have a waiting list in a city that's got 400 and some thousand blacks, or over 300,000 blacks. So they refer to him as controversial. And I would love to meet with them and say, hey, what do y'all mean by controversial? Are y'all talking about his stance on interracial marriage or dating or LGBT? Is that what y'all talking about? What is it? So don't dare try to scream out like, some foolishness like, well, he's anti-Semitic. He says homophobic and transphobic things. America says homophobic things. Not just black folks, if you want to go there. America says transphobic things. Not black folks, if we're going to go there. Dr. Umar Johnson is here to educate and teach and lead his people further. A lot of us dragging and kicking and screaming and scratching. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go near the light. I don't want to know that truth. I want to keep dating my white girl. I want to keep my mixed cheering. I want to keep my boyfriend Mexican. And Dr. Umar's not saying that to anything. I want to keep my girlfriend non-black. I want to keep her anything but black. And you have that choice. You have it. But I don't know why y'all think Dr. Umar Johnson is a threat to what you want to do. Then you have these blacks that got, when I call the niggas with the good jobs, with the college degrees, master's degree, nursing degree. Some of them CNAs. They ain't even shit. But he always talking about race. Well, that's what black scholars do. They talk about race. He's qualified. He shouldn't have to be one of the only ones out here, but, others who know just as much as he knows. But he was able to brand himself, get his brand across over the years. And I would invite Dr. Umar to be on any panel I have when they're talking about reparations. We're talking about the history of this country. I would consider him our John Henry Clark. For those of you who probably didn't know what that means. Let me see how many people left when I started talking about having your white girls. Yeah, y'all fell on off, didn't you? And having your white man and your Mexican man. And again, nothing against all of that. I'm just telling you. We're going to have to get ourselves together. And so, Lamar Owen decided to revoke the brother's entry pass. And then, reportedly, it was a board decision. That should sound an alarm to a lot of black folks in my hometown. But it won't. I think people outside of Memphis will be more alarmed than the people who live there in my hometown. I think that is what would have folks who don't live in Memphis just like, wow, man, they're trying to wait Dr. Umar at a black college? Yeah. And I'm not even shocked. You know, when I was in college at my beloved Grambling State University, come on somebody, let me give y'all a minute to feast your eyes on that. You know, I was very fortunate to have attended college in the 90s. 89 and 94, 94 to 96 for my master's degree in social work. But after 2000, those HBCU administrators and those presidents made sure, and I can feel it, I know it for sure at Grambling State University, they made sure that blackness, hold on, let me leave, these cars are getting loud, that blackness, that Afrocentric consciousness would not be a topic of discussion or even a movement at the black colleges anymore. Because you go to any HBCU and you ask around, hey, where's the black consciousness? What's the Afrocentricity at this school? They don't have that anymore because black colleges have pretty much been compromised. You go and mention John Henry Clark on a black college today, they don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You go and mention Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Dr. Claude Anderson, Brother Neely Fuller, Chancellor Williams, Dr. Amos Wilson, Dr. Kawaza Kajufu, Aswa Kwesi, Dr. Bennett Yakahana, Dale Jones. You mention any of the scholars, they don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know, and shout out to Erykah Badu. At least she tried to, you know, share what she learned and the consciousness she picked up from Grambling when she was there. She was part of the conscious community. And it's interesting how people, they love her. They say, man, Erykah's deep. She be spitting the real. Y'all never wonder where she got that knowledge from? She got it from attending the HBCU, and she hung around other people who sought that kind of knowledge. And so she's incorporated that into her music, into her image. But it's almost like, yeah, we like when she does it, but I don't think I want to do that. I don't want to go in on that pro-black stuff. And it's unfortunate. So you go to to my campus, my old school, Grambling State University. There are hardly any, if there's any. Maybe one day I'll go there and ask, where are the conscious students? Because me and about 600 others, gods and goddesses of the earth, sons and daughters of Imhotep, 5% Nation, Islam brothers and sisters, Nation of Islam Student Association. Where are the conscious students? They're not at Grambling State University. I know they ain't at Jackson State. I know they ain't at Southern, because Southern's still pushing that Creole. I know they're not at, sure as hell not at Lamont or in college. So I know they're not there. And so we've evolved so much that we've evolved out of our own damn selves. And so back in the day, I would say it was even a struggle to bring some artists. As a matter of fact, come on, let me tell the truth. When the conscious community wanted to bring particular scholars or speakers, they really had to raise their own money to get the scholars and speakers there. I remember one case in point with Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. We had to work with the SGA, the Brothers of United African American Men Incorporated, had to work in conjunction with our Student Government Association. Shout out to David Aubrey, by the way. That's a successful AT&T brother. No. And others, who was the SGA president at the time. We worked with him, and the Conscious Brothers and Sisters, Nation of Islam, Student Association, to bring in Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad when the current president didn't even come out and greet him, then come out and meet him, even knowing that the fact that he attended Dillard University with Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Shout out to Dr. Harold Lundy. And that was my dude too. However, they don't want black students to really be open. They don't want black students to have that knowledge. And on these black college campuses, they're there in face and name, but the black consciousness is not there. All you have there are black fraternities. And when the hell has a black Greek-led organization ever been Afrocentric conscious? And no offense to people who I'm cool with who are part of these organizations, but I'm not going to not tell the goddamn truth because I know you. Come on, somebody. They've never been Afrocentric conscious. It's never, and it's not to blame them, it's just never been their history. Started out with W.B. Du Bois. He went against Marcus Garvey. Started with Dr. King, Black Greek-led organization, went against Malcolm. Jesse Jackson, Black Greek-led organization, went against Minister Farrakhan. So, and it's nothing against, again, the members who are, y'all don't know that history. All you know is what you know. You read out that Divine Nine book and you're supposed to be doing blah, blah, blah. And I enjoy the step shows. The Greek show's awesome. And I love going to the Q and the Kappa party. That's where all the ladies at. So I'm not knocking you as human beings. I'm just we're talking about systems and history. And so, and also, let me keep reminding you, 90% of the leadership at HBCUs are members of Black Greek-led organizations. And anything y'all say is wrong with HBCUs, lack of funding and this and that, guess who the leadership is? Okay? And again, not a knock. You can look it up your damn self. I guess I get in trouble for saying what we know, all of us already know out loud. Because it makes no sense for Dr. Umar or whatever, even his organizing body, not to be turned away to do any event on that historically black college campus in the city of Memphis. You know what? He would have been welcome at the University of Memphis. He probably got on at Christian Brothers, because one thing about those liberal whites, they want to prove that they're liberal. They'll let him on, and they respect freedom of speech and do all of that. And they've let people in the past at the University of Memphis who are considered controversial black scholars come on the campus and do their speech and what have you. But our very own little Lemoyne Owen College will let the black dude come on the black college campus. They really enlightened a lot of people. And they don't want our young people to have this information because the conversation would change. If the average black male and black female who attends college, 18 to 22 years old, got a whiff of Dr. John Henry Clark, got a whiff of Dr. Ben Yakhanan, got a whiff of Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, got a whiff of Dr. Julia Hare, got a whiff of Dr. Dr. DeGruy Leary. You understand? It'll be a totally different campus, and it'll be a campus that makes the administration nervous. See, right now on these black college campuses, and I'm sharing my opinions. Y'all can call me a liar all you want to. Prove it, goddammit. All they're willing to talk about is, what's that, diversity, equity, and inclusion, which means LGBTQIA, LMNOP, Dragon Ball Z, Shazam. That's all that shit means. And you go on these college campuses, the white ones and the black ones, but I'm talking about HBCUs, the only thing they worried about is not to offend no trans, not to offend no LGBTQRSPUV, LMNOP, and MC squared, and all of that. That's the main conversation. Oh yeah, and they must hate Donald Trump. That's all they fucking talk about. Oh yeah, and all this foolishness on Instagram. But far as the consciousness, follow me, far as the consciousness on black college campuses, it's barely existent. They don't want to talk about nothing that'll get the good students riled up. It'll be a civil war if the students start reading Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Claude Anderson's Black Labor, White Wealth, Dr. Alvin Van Sertima's They Came Before Columbus. If they started reading that, they would shake the campus, as well as still majoring in engineering, still majoring in education, still majoring in psychology, still majoring in all the STEM majors, as well as liberal arts. But they'll come out with a sense of self and not this sense of being a good Democrat. That's what they're grooming. They're nothing but campuses that groom a bunch of, independent black women, softened black dudes, not all, but too many, softened little black guys, or they call them just those guys who are indifferent and Democrats. That's all they do on these black college campuses. If you dare had a group that called themselves the Black Republicans, but they'll be supposed to be messed with every day. But you can have all the LGBT organizations all day long, and they get all the celebration while they're lying like they're being attacked. So, but anyway, it's all right, Dr. Umar. Maybe if they get enough letters and enough shame on you that Lamar on. Next time you come back to Memphis and you want to hold an event on their campus, they'll open the doors of them, just close their mouths, and if anybody shows up fine, if they don't show up good. But to turn him away, any scholar that's talking about what's going on in society with a different perspective, and to deny them a platform, that says a lot about what's going on at their black college. So, but anyway, we wipe the sweat off, because y'all know I get heated and start talking about us, and a lot of times the foolishness that we do. And y'all know my whole thing is how we participate in racism. We can all have something to disagree with that brother, but we all can agree that he is the voice, and we wish we got out further. You go listen to any one of his visits on any one of his visits. Kevin, what's up, man? In one of his visits at the Breakfast Club, regardless of what Charlamagne and DJ Indy think about it, even if they don't think they take him seriously, he's still spitting some raw truth. Now, do I agree with a lot of stuff he says? Of course not. It's not even a lot of stuff, just a few things. So I'm not going to get on here and say, well, I disagree with like 70%. I agree with about 85 to 86% of what he's talking about. So, but especially when he's talking about trying to blame black dudes for black women wearing blonde hair and weave, that ain't our fault. They trying to be white women. And this lie about they're wearing the hair because, that's what black men like. No, black men don't like that. Black men like anything with a pulse. It don't matter if she's black, white, or whatever. But y'all want to project your insecurities on black men. That's not, y'all don't wear y'all weave and get your BBLs and get your bald cheeks and everything, booty cheeks and fake cheeks. You don't do all that for black men. You do it for other women. And you do it for your own insecurity. That's why you get that stuff. So stop lying on black men. Black men pretty much will knock anything down. Rico, how you know that? You see all these pregnant big girls out here? And all these pregnant chicks with tattoos on their necks and their arms. These pregnant chicks that already got 2 other baby daddies. Black men will hit anything. So stop lying. But anyway, I think Janice Kid, how are you? Grand fam, what's good? What's that? Sharon Denise, how are you? What's up? Well, so anyway, I just wanted to share that, and shout out to Dr. Umar again, and Memphis, shame on you. Shit, as usual. And I'm going to talk about that whole thing about Memphis and probably a lot of other cities, but that's my hometown. I feel, I have an affinity. That's my hometown. I left Memphis when I was 37 years old. I didn't leave there last month. I've been here in Dallas-Fort Worth for 15 years and counting. But I always describe myself as being hosted, wonderfully and graciously hosted by Dallas-Fort Worth. But my roots, my bloodline, everything is Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to North Memphis 38108. You dig? That's me. And every time I go home, it's like, wow. Come on, man, we can do better. But I'm going to stop it right there. We'll talk about my hometown in a minute. I just wanted to share this part on Dr. Umar. And feel free to come back. Appreciate you doing that Million Man's Mark. Let's say, he says, Joe Calvin says, man, the video of the shooting at Yo Gotti's place. Yeah, I think I talked about that. Did I? Oh, I had a conversation with somebody about that. But that's my Memphis video. I don't think I did a video on that because it's not about that in itself, Joe Calvin. It's the behavior. Because we can pinpoint the incident, but what I like to do is analyze, do an assessment of the entire movement of it all. And it's unfortunate, but I'll leave you by saying this: with a name like Privé, who would think that something like that would be happening? Hold on one second, Joe. What you say, Miss Kid? He said, I just had this conversation on last week. You are so right. Hello, Margaret. How you get the footage? It was just going through Facebook. And somebody, it was on somebody's timeline they were talking about, and they didn't have the shooting part. They had the part where they was fighting in the club, and the girl was handing over the crutches. Allegedly, it's supposed to be the guy with the crutches who did the shooting, and so, but it was supposed to be over a female, blah blah blah. You know how people talk and all that. And so, and in that video, really quickly, all I saw was hoodies, tennis shoes, sagging jeans, a bunch of angry Negroes. And with a name like Privé, what is that element doing? The one would pose the question, what is an element like that doing in a place with the name Privé? The name Privé screams jackets, nice ladies with nice dresses and heels on, brothers with button-ups or button-downs with nice jackets and slacks and nice hard-bottom shoes. You know, it screams 25 or 30 and up. But it never fails when you try to appeal to the rap or the hip-hop community. The rap or the hip-hop community, you're just rolling the dice. Because that particular community, I mean the rap community, because the hip-hop community is a little different. But the rap community got problems. And we can talk about that in another video as well. Oh, Joe, you saw the video of the shooting and the victims? And you said who want to air that? Well, people who are like, you know, people who like to see all that. I just saw a video when and I've seen these videos before, but it's just, this one is particularly disgusting, like the rest of them are, when they have these slapping matches in the ring, you know, and then of course with the females, it's mainly females I see this doing. They have the slap matches. I just think that's so savage and brutal. Joe, yes, social media is out of control, but one thing about social media, you can control what you put on social media. You can control your image. Now, when I put on social media, hey, whatever criticisms that come, I'm here for it. I'm not one who's going to attack people for responding to what I put on there because I'm conscientiously putting it out there. For those who put foolishness, real foolishness and debauchery and ratchetness, and then have an attitude, when you say, man, that's bull crap and that's debauchery and that's ratchetness, there's something mentally wrong with you. So those folks who get mad when people come at them like, why'd you do that? Why'd you put that up there? You know, stop judging, stop judging. Who you to judge? God knows my heart. All what I call these hood anthems, these hood rationalizations. God know my heart. Who are you to judge? You know, all that old kind of shit. Nobody wants to just behave because they're like they're supposed to. What you got? You said facts. And hold on a minute. What you say? It says, yeah, okay. Now it's about to get loud, so I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and have the rest of that. But anyway, it's about to get loud. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I'm just enjoying the rest of the sun out here. I love it. They about to have a baseball game looking like around here, all these people. Anyway, y'all be cool. Rico the Opinionist. Y'all share, like, and subscribe. Share, like, and subscribe my YouTube channel. It's also, you go into the description box, as well as on my group page, Rico the Opinionist. There is a wonderful little short story there that I wrote years ago. I want to share it with you. It comes in a PDF format, so if you email me $10, I will email it, send it to you. $ Rico the Opinionist. Y'all be cool. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank y'all for tuning in. Talk to y'all later. Peace. There you go.